storm that night was relentless, the kind that seemed to crawl inside your bones. Thunder growled low and constant, like a distant predator stalking its prey. I sat alone in my living room, the power out, a single candle flickering on the coffee table. Each flash of lightning illuminated the old farmhouse walls, casting warped shadows that seemed to breathe with the storm. I hated nights like this. The clock on the mantel struck midnight, its chime barely audible over the howling wind. That's when I first heard it, a faint knock on the front door. My chest tightened. Nobody should have been out in this weather, and I certainly wasn't expecting visitors. It's just the wind, I told myself. But then it came again. 3 slow, deliberate knocks. I grabbed the flashlight, my palms slick with sweat, and approached the door. "Who's there?" I called, trying to keep my voice steady. No answer, just the sound of rain pelting the windows. Another knock. This time, it was harder, more forceful. I shined the flashlight through the peephole, but the warped glass distorted everything outside. I couldn't make out a shape, just the swirling chaos of the storm. Against my better judgment, I unlocked the door and cracked it open, the wind immediately trying to wrench it from my grasp. "Hello," I shouted into the night. Nothing, just the storm. But as I moved to shut the door, something caught my eye. In the middle of the porch, perfectly dry despite the rain, was a single envelope. I snatched it up, slammed the door, and bolted it. My pulse pounded as I stared at the envelope. No name, no address, just blank. I debated throwing it into the fire, but curiosity won. Slowly, I opened it. Inside was a piece of paper, yellowed and brittle. Scrawled across it in jagged handwriting were 3 words: "Do not answer." My stomach sank. Lightning flashed, and for the briefest moment, I thought I saw a figure standing outside the window. Tall, unmoving, its face obscured by shadow. I whipped the flashlight toward it, but there was nothing there. The storm grew louder, more violent, as if the house itself was under siege. Then came the knocking again, this time at the back door. 3 knocks. I froze. The back door led to the kitchen, which had no porch, no overhang. Whoever, or whatever, was knocking was standing in the open storm. "Who's there?" I called out again, my voice cracking. No response. The candle flickered wildly as the knocking turned to pounding. Louder, more frantic. I backed away, my legs trembling. The pounding stopped suddenly, replaced by a low, scratching sound, like nails dragging across the wood. And then, I heard the voice. "Let me in." It was soft, almost pleading, but wrong somehow. It had a hollow, distorted quality, as if spoken through water. My knees buckled, and I stumbled back, clutching the flashlight like a weapon. "Let me in," the voice repeated, louder this time. "No," I screamed. The scratching intensified, travelling along the walls, the windows, the ceiling. Shadows swirled and stretched unnaturally, moving even when the lightning stopped. And then, silence. The storm quieted, the wind stilled. I stood frozen, ears straining for any sound. Slowly, I crept to the back door and peered through the window. Nothing. Just the rain-soaked yard. Relief washed over me, but as I turned away, my heart stopped. On the inside of the door, carved deep into the wood, were 3 jagged words. "You let me in."